Hey people, hey Hernators, welcome back to my channel where we react to music but always do it honestly. Today we're gonna be checking out BTS Make It Right. I kinda know how the song goes because I've heard the live version, I've seen the live performance of it, and it's actually the most viewed video on my channel, my review of that performance. But yeah, so gonna jump into it now, and I'm sure the studio version is gonna reveal itself in a different light because it's always easier to analyze, understand, and really feel studio versions, at least for me, because everything is just very clear and crisp. I hope you know what I mean. So let's jump into it, but before we do that, of course, don't forget to check me out on Instagram, and if you want to see my exclusive content, check out my Patreon. Okay, you know what? With this song, I feel like I'm engaged with it right away, right off the start, because first off, the music sounds very, very interesting. I'm not sure if they're using some kind of instrument, like an actual instrument there, or it's just a computer generated sound, but nonetheless, it sounds very fresh, pretty bright, and happy. And we're starting off with V's vocals. He sounds just so good, and I also like the rhythm on the vocals. You know, he's like jumping up and down, up and down. That's the feeling that I'm getting. Yeah. It's been, like right now I'm realizing it's been such a long time since I heard the song, and that was actually the only time, that live performance that I've seen was the only time I've heard it. So I pretty much forgot how it sounds, and now surprisingly I like it way more than I expected to like it. You know, with some songs you have to get to the chorus, to the center, to the heart of the song to really understand if you like it or not, but here, like, I'm bopping to it right away. And I know that the vocal line are capable of producing a huge spectrum of different sound qualities, but I really like how they decided to go for something a little softer here, adding a little more breath. Jimin was playing with some vocal fry right there, so yeah, they sound really great here. Okay, right there, awesome octave separated solo harmony. I'm gonna call it solo because it was performed by Jin only, and that's actually a pretty common thing for Ed Sheeran. He does it a lot too. So yeah, just wanted to point it out. As you guys know, I'm not reading the lyrics on purpose now because I can't give 100% of my attention to both of these things. So I'm gonna listen to the song first, and then I'm gonna go back and read the lyrics. Yeah. In Jungkook's part, I have no idea how many vocal layers there is, like the layers of his voice, because they created such a beautiful and full sounding harmony using only his vocals. So I think there's at least three tracks playing at the same time. And I also gotta say that I really like the sound quality that J-Hope went for. It's his signature softer style of rapping, somewhere in between singing and rapping.
조금 더 커진 키에 좀 더 단단해진 목소리에 모든 건 내게 돌아가기 위해 이제 너라는 지도 활짝 펼칠게.
I'm gonna say it now, and I think a lot of you guys will agree with me. This is one of the best sounding parts by RM, like ever, because there's just something about the words that he's singing and the way he's, I don't know, enunciating certain syllables, something like that. I'll have to re-listen to it a few more times to really understand it and analyze it, but that's what I'm hearing so far. It's like there's some magical quality to his lines in this song. I don't know why. Like his rhythm, you know, his intonation. It's very interesting. Definitely let me know in the comments if you feel the same way about his rap part here.
남들의 하우숨땀이나 듣고 싶지 않아 너의 향긴 여전히 나를 꽉 뚫어 무너뜨려 되돌아가자 그대로.
Baby, I know I can make it better. I can hold you tighter. 그 모든 길은 널 향한 거야.
Jimin's high note right there, it kind of took me by surprise, I gotta say. And I noticed it sounded very metallic, and sometimes I'm not a fan of that sound quality because it's too abrasive on my ears, but this time it was okay. It was like borderline too much for me, but it was fine.
소용없어서
Wow.
영원히 타는 건 그때처럼 날 어루만져 그래도 보이지 않던 영원의 밤 내게 아침을 선물한 건 너야.
This feminine quality to Jimin's voice, I feel like it's a very polarizing thing because there's definitely going to be people that will absolutely hate it. They're going to say, he's a guy, but why does he sound like a girl? Something's up here. Like, I don't like it. But me personally, I'm a big fan of that. Like, this is why at some point Jimin became my bias, purely because of this sound quality and because of his voice in general, like overall. Just like V, because of his lower voice type, sounds very unique. Same thing happens to Jimin for me. He definitely sits somewhere in between a female and a male voice, and once again, I really like listening to that sort of sound.
이제 그저 내가 잡아도 될까? Oh, I can make it right.
On this line, you see the video showing that it's only Jimin who's singing, but it's definitely not only him. I'm sure it's V as well and possibly someone else, but most likely V and Jimin only. So it's a pretty interesting example. One thing, they sound great together. I like how their voices blend into this beautiful mix, but also at the same time, it's cool how they decided to put the lowest and the highest voice in the group together.
그날은 그때처럼 말없이 그냥 날 안아줘 지옥에서 내가 살아남은 건 날 위했던 게 아닌 되려 너를 위한 거란 걸.
And here you see this beautiful transition, this contrast between the very light and floaty vocals by the vocal line. They're very airy and something more grounded and tough and cool in the form of Suga's rap. And also I noticed while he was rapping, there was some kind of background vocal, or let's call it background rap, because that's what it was in this case. I'm not sure who it was. It was very quiet, so I couldn't really tell. Possibly V. It kind of sounded like V, but there's also a chance that it was actually Suga himself, and he just played around with his voice a little bit.
안다면 주저말 그 place in my life 너 없이 헤쳐왔던 사막 위는 목말라 그러니 어서 빨리 날 잡아줘 너 없는 바다는 결국 사막과 같은 거란 걸 알아.
Alright, I can make it better. I can hold you tighter.
And again, the same thing with Jimin. I'm pretty sure you heard it. There was this doubling of his vocals, and it sounded very interesting because it almost felt like he was singing through a phone, like you were talking to him and he was singing through a phone to you. So definitely a pretty cool thing that they did there in terms of the sound effects. So the song is filled with these little nuances, little extras that really make it sound way more interesting.
소용없어서 너만 있다는 걸. Oh, I can make it right. Alright, alright. Oh, I can make it right.
Okay, I really like this gentle ending to the song. It went like poof, and that's it. That was beautiful. Okay, now I'm gonna go back, check out the lyrics so I understand what the song is about. But since I can't have the whole thing in the video, I'm only gonna be showing you little bits of it.
찾아내야 했어 all day all night. 사막과 바다들을 건너 그 머릿길 위에서 oh you're the light. 그도 보이지 않던 영원의 밤 이제 그새 내가 잡아도 될까.
The lyrics are pretty self-explanatory, but at the same time abstract. I'm not really sure how to interpret them, because maybe this is the only time, or one of the only times, when they're actually singing about another person, about a girl, maybe about the one that they liked or they had a relationship with. But for some reason I feel like, you know, this can't be just this simple, you know, because it's BTS. So definitely let me know in the comments about the deeper meaning of this song. And with this said, now overall really enjoyed the music. Like their voices, as always, they sound great, but the music, the background music, the production of the song is what really caught my attention this time. Because I've said this before, right off the start it grabbed me because of how interesting and fresh it sounded. So definitely really enjoyed it, and you're gonna catch me listening to the song a lot. So now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, then you know what to do now. You leave a like, you subscribe, and you click the bell. I'll catch you all ever later. So in my next video, don't forget to check out my second channel. The link is in the description. I started posting there as well again. So from now on, there's gonna be 2 videos on this channel and 1 video on that one. So don't miss that. And as always, take care, keep listening to great music, and love.